How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Blue Shifting and welcome back to Muv-Luv Mondays, where we're about to do the sketchiest thing we've done in Altered Fable so far. Yeah, we might be getting to the bottom of some of this mystery. So we're on the island, we won the volleyball tournament, it was really fun. Apparently you can't lose the volleyball tournament, so oh well. I mean, I could lose, I totally didn't lose, but I could lose the watermelon game. So, guess I'm not entirely surprised that I couldn't lose the volleyball game, but I wonder how much the game would have changed if you did. I don't know. Probably not much, but we'll get to that anyway. Besides that, we expressed we were tired, and Tsukuyomi said, oh, hey, we have this brand new device. It's virtual reality, and like puts you in this room and reads your brain and all this crazy stuff, and wouldn't you like to sit down and see what happens? They seemed a little too eager. We met Maya as well, who is like another Tsukuyomi before Yuuhi, and yeah, tension and oddness, and the music's not helping, and like it could be this is what they're looking for, like all the other, like the adults that are like snooping around. So this could be where everything gets all buggered, because so far it's just been a lovely time, but you know, it's Muv-Luv. Can't just be happy, smiles, and sunflowers all the time, so let's just jump into it and see how this plays out. Okay, so perfectly normal. I'm going to turn the device on now. Are you ready? Oh yeah, there's also a slight chance this could explode. Already? Well, okay.
意識を集中してください。
Suppose I don't. Alright. Wonder how it's going to display everything to me. Kind of figured they were going to put me under anesthetic or something, then I'd get to live it like a lucid dream or whatever. Maybe it'll be like a virtual reality or something, and everything will flash to life in a second here. Ah, crap, I'm supposed to be concentrating. Now, what kind of future would I like to see? One where I'm filthy rich would be nice, I guess. Though I suppose giving something more fantastical would be pretty cool too, like giving myself superpowers or something. What to wish for?
それでは、スイッチオン。ポチッとな。
If it's gonna be a wish, and it's Muv-Luv, YouTube, preemptively, please do not be mean. It's literally the same thing. Oh no, it exploded! Of course it exploded.
なんだ、事故か。タケル様、大丈夫でございますか?
I mean, if his other memories are like covered up but still there, I could get why it would explode. Yeah. What the heck happened?
私にもよくわかりませんが、ボタンを押したら、なぜか爆発したのでございます。
You said it wouldn't. Exploded? I thought you said it would never happen. Apparently, we were more likely to get hit by an alien mothership than I thought. Somebody got the UN on the line. We need to organize a space force pronto. Sure, buddy.
申し訳ございません。
Could you at least try to sound sorry?
とにかく、ここを出ましょう。
Yeah, good plan. Who knows if the thing's gonna explode again?
今週のびっくりドッキリでございましたね。
You know, I'd like to believe so, but this is Takeru we're talking about. What the heck are you talking about? タケルちゃん、大丈夫？タケル、一体どうしたというのだ? By the way, that was one of the worst fake coughs I've ever given. I apologize.
マナさん、何が？はい。詳しいことは追って、まずはお店の外に避難していただいた方がよろしいかと。
Just how packed is this thing with energy? Fetch. Retreat! It's like the island just... Oh, this sucks, dude. Gosh darn it, could this not possibly get any worse? I don't know, you're still on Paradise Island. Like I even said from the start, I was worried the things might blow up. And it's like there's no, it'll be fine, and try to reassure me, but surprise, surprise, it totally did. I should have done jinxed it like that. That was one bit of comedic irony I could have done without, thanks. Man, here I thought I was gonna get out to live out my life in power fantasies tonight. That's still possible, man. Oh well, I guess. At least it didn't get hurt. And it'll make for a funny story if I tell the others. Speaking of which, did they all make it back to the cabanas alright? They had me rushed to the hospital just in case, but no one else. Hey, I think I see someone over there. It's so dark I can't make out who it is. What if we are in the machine? What if this is? Oh, I bet you that's what it is. It's gonna cheat, isn't it? This is our vision, and we're gonna have some cool, funky time with somebody, and then we're gonna wake up, and it was all a dream, and it never actually happened. If I'm right about that, guess I'll go over there and see. Hello? Who's that over there? Hey, Yuuhi. Oh, I'm already getting flustered. Oh, is this you, Yuuhi?
なんだとはまた釣れないお言葉で。
Apologies. I mean, I was really not sure who, and I was kind of on guard. My bad. So what are you doing out here?
はい、海を眺めておりました。
That's what I would do. Ah, gotcha. A little dark for that, don't you think?
たまにはこのような何も作られていない風景もよろしいのでは？
Speak to my soul, Yuuhi. It's freaking true. Yeah, I know what you mean. So you just came out here to do a little stargazing then?
いえ、タケル様をお待ちしておりました。
Aww. Me? What's that?
先ほどの一件でございます。
What are you talking about? Uh-huh.
家臣の不始末は私の責任。タケル様、私を。
It's fine. It's not like it's not like I got seriously injured or anything. Heck, if anyone suffered damage from the explosion, it's you guys. That rinky-dinky abomination of a machine must have been pretty expensive to build, am I right?
タケル様。
I'm sure it's caused quite the headache for Maya. Tell her and Tsukuyomi not to worry about me. They've got enough on their plate.
タケル様、ありがとうございます。心よりの感謝を。
Yeah. Like I said, it's no biggie. On a related note, though, Maya-san sure is something else, isn't she?
そうでございますか？
I don't know. She just seems kind of blunt, I guess. She's got a very curt, no-nonsense vibe about her.
ああ、しかし、大変よくやってくれております。
Of that, I have no doubt. Oh, I'm sure. No doubt about that. Hey, speaking of which...
はい？
Where is she? Have you ever taken that machine for a spin yourself?
いいえ、未来を覗くことはあまり好ましいとは思えませんでしたので。
It's the future? Wait, is this thing like an actual, like, predicting machine? Because that could be insane. Why not?
当家の将来に偏った道を示す可能性を懸念いたしました。また。
Wow, that's actually a very good reason. Yuuhi, you think things really far in advance.
未来を知らぬからこそ、今を生きる意味があると考えておりますので。
There's that unexpected philosophy. Think about that. Like, so if you could know the future, would you really want to? Because, like, if it follows, like, causality rules, as soon as you truly learn what the future will hold, it kind of locks it in for you. Like, you know it'll happen. So, like, does that take the spark away? Like, sure, there's plenty of decisions you still get to make, but wouldn't it start all feeling kind of frivolous? Like, the reality is, like, if you had a means of glancing forward in time, it's very unlikely you'd be able to alter it, because being able to glance forward in time would already have been taken into account in the timeline. So, like, I don't know, it's kind of like spoiling the ending of a book, you know? Like, I hate it when people do that. Like, for me, for anybody else, like, that's horrifying. Why spoil the journey? Because that's what makes it so amazing to begin with. Like, if I just go into it knowing what's going to happen, it kind of takes that breath out of me. Like, it takes that, like, not always. A good story can still be captivating, even if you know where it goes eventually. But you have to be so careful with that kind of stuff. And if that machine is accurate enough to be, like, viable for that, that would be kind of sad. I think you're kind of blowing it out of proportion. I mean, there's no way it could predict the future that accurately, right?
信頼性が高いと言えるのは、せいぜい24時間程度先までと聞いておりますね。
That's not bad. It's like a reverse time leap machine, like, because the time leap could only go back 48 hours, this thing can only look ahead for 24 hours. Think if we could combine the two.
それより先は、家庭が家庭を生むことから、信頼性が格段に下がるようです。当然といえば当然ですね。
Absolutely. Still, the fact that it can map out the next 24 hours is pretty impressive.
それだけ膨大な情報を処理するということです。
Dang. Must have an AI in there. But I wonder, even assuming the reliability drops considerably, it's never going to show you any totally ridiculous futures, right?
と申しますと
Like, if one little thing went wrong and you ended up in a future where you've got to fight aliens and a giant robot to save humanity, or something, you know, suspiciously specific. I can't even say that. Dang it, I ruined my joke. Oh, I suck.
それは確かに突拍子もないお話です。
Ha ha ha! Ridiculous! Ha ha! Could never happen. Though I think most guys would kill to have a chance to live out that fantasy. Well, maybe, but...
そうですか。過去から現在までの歴史の中にその可能性が含まれていれば見えるかもしれませんね。
I have a strong aversion now. We should never enter that machine. Never, ever, ever. So, can't create anything completely impossible is what you're saying.
しかし、見える未来がそのようなものであれば、別の意味で面白いでしょうね。
That's true. It's fun to think about. Like, who would I be in that alternate universe? Alright, Gabe, come on. I bet you'd be a military-based commander or a queen or something like that. Come on! The fourth wall is shattering into the fifth wall.
はて、それはいかなる理由でしょうか。
I don't know, it matches you so well. Well, lately there's been this huge uptick in leader-like characters who are absent-minded and demure on the surface, but turn into confident badasses when the going gets tough. Oh, but this only applies to female characters, of course. Okay, game. Okay, what? It's a pretty popular archetype in video games these days, is what I'm saying. Same with manga and anime, for that matter.
私が普段はぽやっとしているということでしょうか。
Come on, man. Am I wrong?
そのつもりは全くないのですが。
Well, I mean, she's absent-minded about some things, but she's also, like, super proactively thinking in others. Just at first glance, I mean. The whole point is that the girl's different once you get to know her. Well, in your case, it was a pretty jarring revelation. I haven't forgotten about our little training session during the ski trip, you know. You better not. Let's not dwell on that part, though.
ですが、
Please.
タケル様の発想はさすがと申し上げるほかございません。
Yes. How so?
今のお話は情報を与えるデータベースの内容次第では可能だったかもしれないのです。
Uh-huh. So you're saying if we are actually in a simulation and living in the Matrix right now, this was presumptuous. Yeah, you just have to input fictional stuff instead of real world stuff. Heck, you could even just feed up manga synopsis.
はい。そうすれば理論上は記憶を元にした当人にとってはリアリティのある創作物語が見えるかと。
Okay, I'm actually like stepping aside of the fourth wall breaking, which is obviously what's going on. Like, what if a technology like that actually existed? What if you could feed it like primer, jump in, and a combination of your mind, pure statistic pleasure, and your like starting line could actually do it. Like, it reminds me of those like auto-generator stories where it's not even really auto-generator. It's like an AI where you type in like a premise and it looks for keywords in other fan fictions to just feed to you as if it was something it was spontaneously creating. But like, what if you actually had that on like a scale this powerful? Yeah, that'd be really cool.
そのような娯楽に特化させる道があったわけですね。これは早速伝えねば。
If you make that, you need to put a hard limiter because people will literally starve to death in something like that. Wait, was I really the first person to think of that? Because for me, it seems like the first and most obvious application for the thing.
そこがタケル様の発想の素晴らしさと申し上げたところです。
I think it'd be a lot more useful in, you know, like military and espionage and just like all of that. Like he's absolutely right. But my first thought would be how it could potentially be weaponized, which sadly says a lot about how my mind works, aka worst case scenarios. Okay, I don't doubt that Yuuhi's being sincere with me right now, but why do I get the impression that wasn't really a compliment?
そう考えると、装置が破壊されてしまったのはいささか残念ですね。
Well, just make sure that the next one actually safe before you try putting up fantasy features. I almost shat my pants, dude. They told me the machine was 100% functionality, was at 100% functionality, and that it was probably the probability of something bad happening was about as slim as the chance of an alien spaceship crash landing onto the island.
ボタンを押した途端に大爆発ですものね。申し開きのしようもなく。
Like I said, don't worry about it. I thought it was hilarious.
恐れ入ります。
Excuse me. Well, enough about that. So, got any fun plans for tomorrow?
いえ、特に決めてはおりませんが、タケル様はいかがですか？
No, still haven't really given it any thought. Oh, I know. You probably know all the coolest attractions and hottest spots on the island, right? Got any suggestions?
面白いもの、場所ですか。
Heck, I don't even mind if it's on one. If it's on one of the other islands. It doesn't have to be a specific place either. It could just be an activity. Uh oh. She's got the twinkle. Maybe I need to narrow it down for her a little. Huh?
ちょうど都合の良い場所が、これは良いタイミングです。
Alright, what do you got? Alright, color me intrigued. Oh dear, this is gonna be another episode of like, how much am I gonna smile and have to block? Oh yeah? How so?
ちょっとした事情がありまして、いつでも行ける場所ではないのです。
Ooh, interesting. God, you're really selling me on the premise so far. Okay, so you're gonna take me somewhere cool? Maybe it's like a cave that you can only access at low tide?
はい。これから申し上げる2つの条件を飲んでいただければ、特別なところにお連れいたしましょう。
Yes, and yes are the answers. What are the conditions?
はい。一つは私と2人で出かけること。もう一つは他言無用とすることです。
If this is a trap, I'm totally falling for it, because yes. Where the heck are you taking me?
詳細を明かしてしまっては面白くありません。プレアディスという場所とだけ申し上げておきましょう。
Pleiades. So that's the 7 maidens. The Pleiades.
そこは自然が作り出した大変貴重な場所なのですが、現在公開を差し控えておりまして。
Ooh. Hang on a sec. Why do I have to keep it a secret from the others? You're not setting me up for another explosion, are you?
そのような危険は一切ございません。公開を控えている理由は環境保護のためなのです。
Wise, but another way you can look at it is like you set it aside so only the super rich and influential can access it. But fair, you buy the islands, you get the right to do it, and if it is a environmental danger, then the best thing you can do is actually what she's saying, but make sure you can get professionals and TV crews in so that everyone can see it, even if we can't experience it.
当初は当施設の目玉とすることも検討されていたのですが、
Oh, wow.
詳細を申し上げると、そこがどのような場所かが知れてしまいます。
What could it be? Lame. Man, I really want to know. Whew. So, Pleiades. That's the name of the star cluster, right?
そうですね。この施設では星にちなんだ名前が多く用いられておりまして、忘れかもしれませんが。
This resort is like made for me. Looks like she's still a little irked by the fact that Yuko-sensei chose to ignore her official room names and just number them instead. Well, I guess I can understand why you wanting to keep it a secret until it's open to the general public, but why just the two of us?
一度に大人数で出かけるには適さない場所なのです。それも非公開の一つの理由になっております。
Why are you even questioning this, Takeru? Just go! Like, who wouldn't go? I suppose that makes sense. Guess I really did luck out then. Okay, let's go. I want to see what this place is like.
はい。きっとご満足いただけると思いますよ。
Oh boy. Oh boy. When would we be going exactly?
9時半頃にお迎えに上がります。お部屋にいらしてください。
Oh, okay, so it's gonna be in the morning. I thought it was gonna be a nighttime thing. Got it. I'll be ready and waiting then.
はい。それで。
Oh, dang it! Got clicked too early. Well then, I guess if we got a bit of an earlier start, I should probably head to bed so I can be well rested for tomorrow.
それがよろしいですよ。私も部屋に戻ります。
Yes. Okay, see you tomorrow. I can't wait.
ご期待にお答えいたしますよ。では、おやすみなさいませ、タケル様。
Yes, Imansai. Ooh. Quickly, we gotta go before the others wake up.
でねでね、今日はどうしようかと思って、かすみちゃんと話をしてたんだけど。
I have plans. Uh-huh. It's 9:25.
なんかね、昨日の夜に鈴宮さんから聞いたんだけど、おっきなプールがあるんだって。
I'm aware. It's in that gigantic building that looks like a work of modern art.
そうそうでね
Why is she hanging out here exactly? She senses danger! Danger! Danger, Will Robinson! I shouldn't have answered the door. Yui's too punctual to arrive 30 minutes early. Maybe if we were just meeting up someplace, but if not, she's just picking me up in my room. Unfortunately, I didn't really think about that before opening my door.
どうしたの
Nothing. Oh, nothing.
たけるちゃん朝ごはん食べ過ぎた
I'm really sorry, Sabika. I actually feel kind of bad because I think I know technically what you're doing, even if you're not conceptually aware of it. If anything, Kasumi might have given you a tip. Of course not. I'm not you.
なぜそれを
It's so easy. I know it's a buffet and all, but who the heck piles their plate up that high?
だって美味しかったんだもん
Still. Which reminds me, you never did eat your carrots, did you, Kasumi? She knows. Didn't think anyone would notice, did you? Almost want to make you quip about how ironic it is for a rabbit to not like carrots, but I'll keep that little thought to myself.
その
But enough about that. Why don't you guys have somewhere to be today?
だから今日はどうしようかと思ってかすみちゃんと
Great. Are we stuck in an endless loop now? It's 9:28. Yuuhi will be here soon. Heck, she might already be at my doorstep listening in on this, wondering what to do. Aha. Speak of the devil.
タケル様
Sorry, just wait for a few more minutes. I'll get them to leave somehow.
ではこちらをお使いください
Wait,
参りますよ
what? Is this a flashbang? Whoa, what the heck is this? Some kind of box made out of what looks like a floaty toy vinyl? Ah, wait a second. Feels like there actually might be something folded up inside, but what?
赤いボタンを押してくださいまし
Can't Kasumi hear this? A red one. Must be talking about this. Okay, here goes nothing. Wait, no! I can't say here goes nothing. This sounds like a setup for a gag where I push the button and get blown up again. Though I guess if it were actually explosive, it wouldn't matter how I said it. But let's not take any chances. Okay, gonna press it. Oh, no friggin' way. What the? It's inflating right before my eyes!
たけるちゃんどうしたの
Nothing! I'll be right there. Just sit tight. What on earth? What is that? Blah! What the heck is this thing? Holy crap, he has a doppelganger and flame. Yuuhi, what have you been using this for? The implications here, they're not very nice.
等身大のタケル様人形ですわ
Yuuhi, I understand you don't have a budget, and you literally have like troops of scientists and inventors and engineers. How long have you had this been? How long has this been constructed? And what else have you made? Body pillows? Did I even say flashlights? And other such types of events involving Takeru in some way or another? Yuuhi, you might have a problem here. Holy crap, it really is me.
それを置いてタケル様はそこからこちらへ
Terrifying. I get you. You want me to use this thing as a body double, huh? Great idea. Okay, Takeru-da, you got this. Man, the resemblance is so striking, it's kind of creepy. Well then, Sabika, Kasumi, smell you later. Yep. Phew. Hey, Yuuhi, sorry about the wait.
いいえ待たされてなどおりません
Yes.
では参りましょうか
We must be swift as the wind. Sure, just one sec. Just one question, though.
はい何でございましょう
Why does that thing even exist? That's right. That's really the question here, isn't it? That's really what we all need to know. Like, I'm not even memeing here. Like, I need to know this, Yuuhi. Please tell me. This might be the most terrifying thing you've ever done. Because the implications.
タケル様人形でございますかそれは簡単なお話でございますあの人形を用いて各種のシミュレーションを行う場合があるのです
Oh my gosh, I was right! Holy crap! Practicing for what exactly?
それはもうあんなことやこんなこと 天津さえそんなことまで一言では申し上げられないほど数多くの
I am equal parts creeped out, flattered, and intrigued. And all of them stemming around the question, what are you practicing? Oh no. I'm not sure why, but I just felt a chill run down my spine. Me too, man. Me too.
ねえねえ、たけるちゃん、いつの間に水着に着替えたの？もう、そんなにプールに行きたかったんならそう言ってくれれば。
I genuinely wonder how long she would fall for this.
たけるちゃん？
Not long, but still.
もう、たけるちゃん、無視はひどいよ。
She's gonna milky drill punch you, right?
すみかさん、これは白羽さんのお人形ですが。
何言ってるのかすみちゃん。これがお人形って。
Man, he's got some thick shoulders. Fetch. What is this? What is this? That's amazing! Oh my gosh, this probably won't be the thumbnail, but I almost want it to be the thumbnail. That is... Mwah! Okay, but still, you sure this is a good idea? I know Samika's gullible, but I'm pretty sure she'll figure it out sooner or later. Hey, did you hear that? It sounded like a wild boar just now.
あら、これほど早く正体に気づかれてしまうとは、鏡さんもなかなかやりますね。
Just how poor do you think her perception is? Well, duh. How much of an idiot do you think she is? Not that I'd be that surprised if she fell for it, but still. Hope you know she's gonna come chasing after me.
ではタケル様、こちらを。
Oh, what horrific invention is there now? What's the switch do?
一思いに。
Beep. Huh?
これでよろしいですわ。さあ。
Did we just remotely detonate our cabana? Wait, what did you just...
タケル様。
Yeah?
男は後ろを振り返らないものでございますよ。悠々と前を見据えていればよろしいのです。
Again, Yuuhi, you're great. You're amazing. And I still think real strong candidate for ultimate best girl of like Muv-Luv, which is saying a lot, and several of you are probably coming for blood now. But she's terrifying. She might have just committed murder, and she's telling us to ignore it because it eliminated her rivals. Potentially that much smoke, she might have just got rid of everybody. And part of me is genuinely curious if she'd be capable of doing that. Again though, I'm not sure if that quite diminishes from her best girl status. Because, you know, a strong leader needs to be resolved enough to make the tough decisions. Okay.
では参りましょうか。
Yeah, let's get out of here. Sorry, Sumika, Kasumi. You're still alive in there. I'll see you tonight. Was the Takeru a bomb? Or was there a bomb in Takeru's house? Because either option is terrifying.
なんとか。
いきなりたけるちゃんが爆発したよ。
Maybe it built in as a defense to make sure people couldn't stumble upon it. Like she could detonate it before people discover it.
あがー。
Whoa! Holy crap, dude. This is beyond awesome.
タケル様、
Heck,
お気に召していただけましたか？
heck yeah. You bet your sweet butt I am. I didn't know boats like this even existed. Did she bring it back from the future or what? Of course, it's not like I make a point of keeping up with what's new and hot in the world of boating, but still. Heck, I couldn't even tell you the first thing about boats. I don't even know where you'd go to buy something like this, let alone how much it might cost. I always figured that you just went so far out of your financial reach or whatever that I'd see a 30-year-old CEO bragging about his new yacht on TV and never felt the least bit jealous. But this I can appreciate. How's it going so fast anyway? It feels like so liberating, like we could go anywhere in the world. It's nothing like one of those touristy sightseeing boats that takes way too slow. The closer we get to one of these high-speed fishing boats, it doesn't have the same rugged utilitarian, that's the word, utilitarian vibe. It's a lot more elegant than that. I can't even English. What am I doing trying to read Japanese words? Like, that's not Japanese. I'm just saying that that's an example of why it's embarrassing. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's also a recreational boat for sure. Just a plaything for loaded hobbyists. I love boats. I haven't said this, but like, I love boating in general, like being close to the water. I love all of it. Like, it's so much fun. One time I was at a lake. My grandpa like grew up, and my dad grew up like at a lakeside, and so like I spent my childhood going back to my grandpa's and just being there for summers. And like I remember I went back like one of the last times before my grandfather was moving away, and I took a canoe and I literally paddled it across the lake just on a whim. Just went to the other side of the bank where there weren't any roads, had a picnic, and then rode myself back. It was awesome. Like, I love speedboats, I love kayaking, I like canoeing. I just think boating is fun. And like, it is way too expensive for something for me to be able to pick up anytime soon. Like, I just don't have the resources, and it's not worth it for how little it would get used. But my dream, like, I want to retire next to a lake and be able to just do the same things I did growing up. Maybe for my future generations and descendants, you know, like, keep the dream alive. Like, that's like peak happiness right there for me. Like, if I can retire, that's how I want to retire. This baby's got everything. Top of the line in terms of speed, look, and comfort. She's a real beaut. Woo! The sun's really beating down. Ah, what a perfect way to spend a summer day. Man, this is the life. It's not summer, it's winter. Just look at Yuuhi piloting the thing. She looks so bad. Awesome. Awesome. Wow, seeing her in this light really drives home the fact that she's a mighty fine woman. Not that I didn't already know that, of course. You really know that.
どうかされましたか?
Oh, just, didn't know you knew how to drive a boat. It's pretty freaking sweet, if you ask me.
そんな大したことではございませんよ。
No, trust me, it totally is. It's not actually that hard. I knew how to drive a motorboat when I was 12. It's not hard. Though you do need a license. So I technically did it illegally, but you didn't hear that from me. I know this might be a little sexist of me, but I'm always super impressed to see a girl confidently piloting these kind of traditional male-oriented vehicles. I didn't even know it was traditionally that everyone could drive the boat. Now we're talking about the heiress to the all-powerful Mitsurugi family here, piloting her own private boat for crying out loud. I won't say it out loud because it's probably just make her feel self-conscious, though. I'd like to keep gawking at all of her awesomeness as long as possible. I wonder if this would even faze me if it were just some rich acquaintance of hers, though. Like, obviously a dude who drives a Ferrari or Lamborghini every day isn't going to think it's nearly as cool as those commenters do. They're not going to be like, whoa, every time they see one cruising down the street. Maybe this is just the inner pleb talking, but I feel like it'd be kind of boring to live like that. Not having anything that excites you like that, I mean. Like, I may not be rich, but I feel like there's plenty of cool stuff I can aspire to and work toward. Though I guess even the rich probably have aspirations. I know that if I ever owned a Lambo or whatever, I'd probably just set my sights even higher. You can never truly sate your human desire after all. But like, what would even be the next step from there? Getting NASA to let you hitch a ride on a space shuttle? Yes, please, sign me up. Seeing how much it would cost to buy a Mars? Elon Musk has already decided that he's claimed it. Okay, maybe that's not how rich people think. I don't know, that's how he thinks. Elon, did you play this game? Was it based on you? After all, I'm just projecting the common man's way of thinking on a larger scale. Though I have to wonder, what do rich people want, then? What's left to aspire to when you've got everything money can buy? I would say friends, because it's very clear for Maya and Yuuhi that having friends and, like, romance are things that have been, like, hitherto just impossible to truly find and understand. Like, all the things that Takeru takes for granted is stuff that they want to know. It's, like, something we're probably going to explore, but it's something that we saw in Extra. Like, Maya just wanted to be a normal person, to know what that was like, to know if her desires and her dreams and her ambitions were worthwhile in context that made sense. Oh, what? Crap, did I skip? Yeah, okay. Hey, Yuuhi.
はい。 何でしょう。
Never mind. I'll ask you later.
すみません。少々聞き取りづらく。
A boat going full tilt is a tough place to have a conversation. Nah, don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to talk later. I don't want to risk killing the mood, that kind of talk either.
申し訳ありません。
Don't apologize. So hey, how long is it gonna take us to get to this Pleiades place anyway?
もう少しでございますよ。あの孤島にあるのです。
Oh, okay, that's not so far then. Oh yeah, I was wondering. What's this big old hunk of fiberglass over here?
それは組み立て式の小型ボートです。
Ooh. Huh? Seriously?
ゴムボートですと破損の危険があるためかさばるのですがやむを得ません。
Ooh, sounds like this might be an enclosed reef. Why do we need it though?
プレアディスにはこの船では行けません。沖合に停泊し、そこから先はそのボートを組み立てて乗り換えます。
It's actually kind of cool, like just the efforts you have to go to get to this place. What kind of sketchy place are you trying to take me to?
ご心配には及びませんよ。タケル様は楽しみにしていていただければそれで良いのです。
I wonder if it's made with the proper design. I've been in boats that had like clear bottoms, so you can like look through into like the ocean. That'd be really cool. Trust me, I'd like to be calm about this, but forgive me for being a little skeptical after you just blew up a rubber doll to throw Samika off our scent.
そうとばかりも言っていられませんでした。
Uh-oh. Should we have brought Makoto? What? So you're saying there is something I should be worried about?
はい、申し訳ございません。
What are you talking about? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Don't tell me she brought me all this way out here only to be like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we're gonna have to climb a 50-foot cliff to get there.
その船の組み立てを手伝っていただかねば、私一人では少々骨が折れますゆえ。
Oh, well, I assumed I was helping with that. Huh? Wait, that's it?
はい。しかし、タケル様のお手を煩わせるなどと、心苦しいこと甚だしく。
Yuuhi, come on. Sheesh, Yuuhi, don't scare me like that. Of course I'm willing to help you build the boat. You shouldn't feel bad about asking that.
ありがとうございます。
Phew, had me worried for a second there.
何がです？
Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself.
では、もうすぐ到着いたしますよ。
Rightio. So, where are we heading now? It is a cave!
はい。あそこに見える洞窟です。
I totally knew it. We're going into the sea cave? I'm not sure I see what you're pointing at.
あそこです。小さな入り口が見えませんか？
Oh, I see it now. Really not much of an opening, though. Never have noticed it if I didn't know where to look for. Looks more like a crack in the bedrock than an entrance to a cave. And that's where the Pleiades place is?
その通りです。もう少しの辛抱ですよ。
We let the tide come in. We're gonna be stuck in there for a while. And we know how the track record is when we get stuck places. What natural wonders could possibly be hiding in a cave like that?
では、中に入りますね。入り口が狭いため、頭を低くしてください。
Oh, this would be so cool! Like, I'm so jealous right now. I wish this were real. Like this.
はい。それで結構です。それから、お手は船べりから出さないようにお願いいたしますね。
Will do.
ではそのままで。多少揺れが大きくなりますが、心配ございませんので、今しばらくそのままご辛抱を。
Okay. Okay.
タケル様、もう顔を上げられても結構ですよ。
Oh, yeah. Whew, feels like we're gonna have a stiff neck in the morning. Whoa, what the? No. What the heck is all this?
タケル様、ボートを降りましょう。足元にお気をつけください。
No, this isn't real. What? What is this place? Is that a life-size Kaiser and a life-size Xiao Myun? I beg your pardon. What's going on here?
ユウヒ様、タケル様、お待ちしておりました。
Excuse me? How is this in this cave?
状況に変化がございまして、詳しいお話は指令室で。
We are in the machine. That's all that's happening here.
わかりました。しかしタケル様は、あとは我々が。では頼みましたよ。 タケル様、また後ほどお会いいたしましょう。
Darn it, I was excited about like crystal-filled cave of happiness and romance, but apparently we're gonna get like the epitome of my horror or the coolest like Valgrinon game yet. What the heck's going on here?
ではタケル様、タケル
Huh? Maya?
とうとうこの日が来たのだな。
I don't like where this is going. What do you mean by that? Why are you in your school uniform for that matter?
それは
メイヤ様、お話中申し訳ございませんが、時間がございません。
Dang it!
タケル様には
feel
こ
like
れ
I'm
よりご
being
説明をいたしますので。
feel like I've had everything that I wanted ripped from my hands.
そうか、そうだな。タケル、
No!
人類の希望だ。期待しているぞ。
I've seen enough of that horrible place. This is supposed to be my happy place. Wait, me? I'm only hope? For what?
ではこちらへ。
I'm sure this is just a simulation, but still. Okay. Where are we?
来たわね。
Oh no. Huh? Yuko sensei!
副司令、タケル様をお連れしました。
Wait a minute. Okay. It's not. But what if they're from the alternate universe? We've seen some people who seem like they're kind of from the alternate universe, right? Like Vulcan and everybody. What if they are actually from that parallel world? No, 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 no. This is my happy zone. We're gonna do all the alternative crap later. This is supposed to be the happy place. We're not bringing crazy psychopathic Yuko Sensei into this reality. This is just a simulation. Nothing more. XO, wait, you're an executive officer?
白金、戸惑うのも無理はないわね。手短に説明しましょう。
Thanks. I'd appreciate that.
地球はね、今、謎の適生体の脅威にさらされているのよ。
Right. Come again.
ワスカラン星系から突如飛来した適生体は、今や月を拠点にして地球侵略を企てている。
I really want this to be just a simulation, please. Wait, Wascarian. Isn't that the stage in Valgrinon?
国連は地球統合軍を組織し、密かに奴らと戦い続けていたわけ。
But this is like a pseudo alternative where the beta are just arriving later in history. That would be horrifying. That's what they call the military in the game too. Wait, you're not about to tell me we're standing in UEM headquarters right now, are we? Are you?
ごめんと。さすがバルジャーノにどっぷりハマってるだけはあるわね。理解が早くて助かるわ。
Are you gonna claim that Valgrinon is secretly a testing training gown like the last Starfighter style? Hang on, I was just joking though.
こっちは大真面目よ。
But you just admitted it's from Valgrinon. That's just a video game.
あれはね、秘密裏に優れたパイロットを見つけ出すために作られた一種のシミュレーターよ。
But he's not even the top player of Valgrinon. I beg your pardon?
バルジャーノンはデータがオンラインで接続されたサーバーに蓄積されているのは知ってるわね。
That's kind of true. Yeah.
あんたたちはユーザー認証されたカードを使ってプレイするというのも当然よね。
That is rather sketch, isn't it? Yeah, of course I know that.
そうやって集められた膨大なデータがどう使われているか。今話したのはそれよ。
It's kind of creepy. Valgrinon's a military training simulator, and they're using data to scout out pilots to recruit. Okay, Yuko Sensei. You and your elaborate pranks. This one's pretty ridiculous, even by your standards, though.
あんたがわけわかんなくったって、事実は変わらないわよ。ちなみにね、白陵ヒイラギ学園。あれも無関係ではないのよ。
But of course it is. Huh?
あそこは地球統合軍極東方面第11軍横浜基地というのが正式名称。
I wanted so much more! I wanted a happy thing. What is happening? She's like, what?
関東の各アミューズメント施設で稼働中のバルジャーノンのデータは、すべて横浜基地の地下に送られる。
Oh man, I both love and hate this.
あの丘の下には、とんでもない規模の秘密基地があったってわけ。
Oh man. Does this have anything to do with why May is wearing her school uniform here?
あれがパイロットたちの制服だからよ。ヒイラギ学園はこの地球の将来を担うにふさわしい資質を持った人間が集められている。
Does that include me?
バルジャーノン、上手くなったでしょ？
And Makoto.
だから転校してきたんじゃないの？
And Yamane too? For what little I've heard, she's pretty good about Valgrind herself.
だからあんな不思議少女でも不問にされてるのよ。
This is starting to make too much sense. Alright, but what about Sumika? She totally sucks at Valgrind. There's no way she's got what it takes to.
ストップ！今は時間がないわ。あんたには早速出撃してもらう。
Takeru, they look for other stuff besides just pilots. Already?
別に大したことじゃない。やられたって本当に死ぬことはないわよ。
Oh my
ゲーム
gosh.
と同じ。
That's actually kind of brilliant. Huh?
バルジャーノンはシミュレーターだって言ったでしょ？あれで遊んでくれればいいわ。
Do you think this is really the future though? Like, what if gamers become the military? That's kind of terrifying if you really think about it. Like, if warfare literally becomes like war games. But that doesn't make any sense!
見たんでしょ？ハンガーのカイゼルとシャオミュン。あんたがシミュレータールームで遊んでくれれば、あれが勝手に動くってわけ。
Dang.
あんたにとっては、多少ステージと敵のデザインが違うバルジャーノンをやるのと同じよ。本当の戦いは、無人のカイゼルが勝手にやってくれるわ。
If this really is a beta invasion and this is how we're handling it, bravo. I actually think we'd have a chance at this point because we could just throw the resources at him but keep him stagnant on the moon. How's this even possible?
ミツルギはすでに出撃したわ。鎧もアヤミネもとっくに出てる。
They're here too?
でも、今回はちょっと敵が手強くてね。目下苦戦中よ。そこで、あんたにも出てほしいってことになったわけ。
Why didn't you bring me into this earlier? I'm at least as good as Makoto. You encouraged her from the beginning, then why not me? There's a catch, isn't there? You were lying when you said our lives won't be in danger, I'll bet. Oh.
やれやれ。だからあんたを呼ぶのは嫌だったのよ。
What, cause I call you out? Huh?
そういうところ、妙に鋭いものね。でも、少なくともあんたは安心よ。
Then whose will?
鏡と社、そして司令自らあんたのことを守ってくれるわ。
Okay. Sumika Kasumi are here too. Wait, then who's the commander? Hang on. Who do you think? Who do you mean they'll keep me safe? And who is this commander you're talking about? It's Asumi, isn't it?
白金をシミュレータールームに連れて行きなさい。1号機に乗せるのよ。了解。
Yeah. Why does it feel like I'm talking to a brick wall here? You're just trying to paper over the dangers, aren't you?
せいぜい頑張りなさい。
How am I supposed to do that when I'm worried about my friends' lives are in danger?
そうしたら、ミツルギや鎧や綾峰に深刻な影響が出るだけよ。
Oh, that's terrifying. I'm not sure I like what you're implying.
指令の決定よ。さあ、急いで。
Wait, you never told me who the commander is, even. Let me talk to them. I'll tell them right to their face that... Oh, don't tell me.
さあ、急ぎなさい。
Oh, no. Wait, hold on a minute. Yuuhi! Yuuhi!
タケル様
Huh? Oh, it's a dream. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Here's the thing, though. Now we're switching gears. Screw it, we're gonna have a long episode. We're gonna see this through. Huh?
どうかされましたか
Your wallpaper. Nope, everything's okay. Ha, 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 ha.
もう頭を上げられても結構ですよ。
Okay. Right, you told me last night this place is off limits due to preservation concerns. Of course there's not going to be any secret base here. What the heck was I thinking? It's pretty dark in here.
後ろをご覧ください。
Behind me? Oh. Whoa, what the? Oh, that looks cool. What's going on here? The water, it's glowing bright blue.
お気に召していただけましたか
To my liking. Dude, this is... Sorry, just give me a minute here.
はい。心ゆくまでご堪能ください。
That would be so cool. Wow. I don't know why, but the Serenity is actually making me tear up a little bit. The water surface is just so astoundingly blue. With each wave that rolls in, it changes from white to robin's egg, then the azure of a deep cerulean. I wish I knew that word. And although the water's crystal clear, I still can't see the bottom. I'm not sure I even see anything so enchantingly surreal. I almost feel like I'm floating, my entire body enveloped in a vast abyss of blue.
Takeru-sama.
Hmm?
もしもよろしければ、上もご覧になってください。
It's weird hearing her talk like right over there. Above us. What the fetch? Oh, it looks like the stars. Whoa. That's why you call it the Pleiades.
はい。
The water surface is reflecting on the stalactite ceiling in the cave, making it shimmer just like the stars. To be honest, I'm not even sure how to take it all in. It's so overwhelming. Fetch, man, fetch. In my mind, I can genuinely see what this must look like. My puny little brain can't even comprehend how a single place can hold this much beauty. It's almost like a natural planetarium, though that doesn't do it justice either. It's way, way more magical and miraculous than that.
恐れながらTakeru-sama。
Huh? Yeah?
無理に理解される必要はないかと。
Why are we going ethereal here? Huh?
理解するということは、物事の道理を知ることです。道理とはすなわち理屈。
You know what though, Yuuhi? I think you're wrong. You're right, as in we don't need to understand it, but I think understanding the physics beside, like, how this works, how the light refracting through the water makes it turn crystal blue, how the type of algae inside this cave are what making the water seem like crystal clear and yet cloudy at the same time. And to know that the crystals that are forming as like it's either a crystalline cave, which I've seen like actually have forms like this. It's kind of like being inside a giant geode, or it's simply the refraction of the light bouncing off water droplets, making miniature refractions of a million millions. Knowing how that all works would not in the slightest diminish this. Just because you can explain something doesn't mean it makes it less beautiful.
今のTakeru-samaにそのようなものは必要なのでしょうか。
But she's also right.
この幻想的な風景をそのまま感じたことを感じるままに全身で受け入れる。それでよろしいのでは？
Yeah. Trust me. I would if I could. Yeah, that must be what's bothering me. My brain's just too stupid to accept that there are things in this world I can't possibly comprehend.
そんなことはございませんよ。
Huh?
いえ、Takeru-sama、少々お顔に波を受けられたご様子で。
No, tell her the truth,
言われて
man.
おりますよ。
Huh? Oh, yeah, the ride was a little bumpy, that's all. That was close. If you realized I was crying, I'm not sure I could ever live it down. But man, what a strange feeling. Feels like my mind's been expanding ever since we got in here. Like my consciousness keeps stretching out more and more, kind of like the way the cosmos always keeps expanding out into infinity. And yet, despite the fact that it keeps endlessly expanding, this sensation is fully self-contained within me. The sensation dyed into this exact color too, a pure and unmuddled blue. How do I know what color the sensation is? I honestly couldn't tell you. Meanwhile, this image in my mind is an ever-expanding cosmic body. It's pitch black, absent of all color. It's not a foreboding darkness, however. It's the exact sort of empty blackness I picture when I think of outer space. So the blue sensation isn't part of the black vacuum of my mind. It appears in flickers and flashes as my consciousness continues to expand in waves. The tiny ripples of blue reflecting off the ebb and flow of my mind's eye, just as light reflects off the water. Up until now, I've been trying to figure out what it was. It was really bugging me, but now I realize that it's just one of those things you can't really put your finger on. Even the simplest act of trying to put this feeling into words is only going to confuse me all the more. And I feel like at the moment I came to understand that I could feel that billowing sense come to a stop as the stormy waters of my mind ocean grew still and calm.
昨日私はここがいつでも来られる場所ではないと申しましたが、この景色は潮汐の時刻と日光の差し込む方角が一致して初めて生み出されるものなのです。
Wow. I see. So we really did have perfect timing then.
本日はまさに条件の整った最良の日。タケル様は歓迎されておりますね。
Fetch, man.
タケル様、
Yeah?
海に入られてみてはいかがですか？
Yes, please. Huh?
波にたゆたいながら天を仰ぐと、また格別の感覚でございますよ。
That sounds pretty incredible.
経験者が語るのですから間違いはございませんよ。
Alright, in that case, I'll give it a shot. Whoa, you weren't kidding. The view from the ground was breathtaking, but this is something else entirely. It feels like if I'm floating in the air in a wonderful mystical space. Well, I guess I am floating, technically. Huh? Aww, that's really cute. You feel like coming in too, huh?
お邪魔してもよろしいですか？
Absolutely not. Go right ahead. Man, this really is out of this world.
はい。
Huh? Yuui's interlocking her fingers with mine. Yes.
お嫌ですか？
Not at all. For some reason, I don't hesitate to squeeze her hand right back. It's the only physical connection I have to the rest of the world as I drift through this endless sea of stars. Knowing that Yui's right here, experiencing all this with me, makes me so happy it's almost irrational. That's not to say that it shouldn't make me happy, of course, but it's more than just that. It's like I feel deeply blessed to have been born on this earth in such a time that our lives could intersect. Oh, Takeru! Oh my gosh! No wonder they all like you so much. You can actually think of things like that? That's awesome! I mean, wow. Poetry. Just because something's irrational doesn't mean that feeling's meaningless. The simple fact that I'm trying not to think too hard about all this is filling me up to the brim with meaning. Oh my gosh! Hey, so tell me. Why is this all so unbelievably gorgeous? I don't know why, but I feel like I'm ready to know the answer now. This billowing feeling is gone, and instead I just feel content with the universe. It's like my soul's finished recharging when I compare this moment to the overwhelming spiritual experience I had earlier. It feels like I'm a lot more zen right now, and like I can just let it all soak in. Before this goes any further, I'm gonna have to say, I really thought that the log cabin scene was really fun. It was very like, oh, my cheeks are warm, very loving, touching, and everything. This is 100 times better. If we go no further than this, I will say this might be the greatest romance scene of the entire game series. There have been great ones, but how can you top romance than this? Because intimacy is not simply defined in sexual terms. It's emotional connections and meaningful memories. And oftentimes the most powerful intimate meanings and moments in your life are have nothing to do with sex. That can definitely be an amazing moment, and it should be one that's cherished between people who are in love. But moments like this, where you can just be with that person, whoever they are, and encapsulate such a powerful moment. There's almost nothing I would rather do than be in his shoes here than any other time. Because there's something precious about this, regardless of where this goes from here. Fetch! I'm genuinely starting to get emotional here because it's like someone took a page out of my book of like dreams and made it a reality in this game. The analogy with the stars and the universe, its expansive mind, this unique place with one-on-one and like lying there floating on top of the waves experiencing like just the feel, the isolation, and the togetherness, the closeness of what's going on here. It's genuinely like it's perfect. I don't know if I don't know if I've read a more engaging like romantic scene than this. Holy crap. It's beautiful. Like just the writing alone is beautiful here. I have no idea what's going to happen next. I'm sure I'll love it regardless of what it is, but I just wanted to capture this moment here. I'll just try to enjoy this magical moment at my own pace. I know there's got to be a reason why this deep blue world is so captivating and beautiful. I kind of sad I had to revert like that. I wish it could have cycled all the way around. I know there's got to be a reason why this deep blue world is so captivating and beautiful, and I can tell Yuuhi knows what the reason is. And I doubt that learning the reason could hamper my enjoyment of this beauty. I'll never be able to relive the moment I first set my eyes on this scenery, of course, but it'll always remain vividly impressed into my memories. That's why I want to comprehend it. I need to know the reason why. Besides, there will still be plenty of magic to this moment once I find out. Plenty of things I just want to experience raw. One of those things being the touch of Yuuhi's hand interlocked with mine. It's strange. This is the first time we've held hands, and yet I don't feel shy about it whatsoever. It already feels perfectly natural. And lying here with her, our fingers intertwined, I could feel this mysterious emotion welling up inside my heart. One that I've never experienced this thus far. It's hard to describe, but... Huh? Oh, right, go ahead.
太陽光が海に差し込みますと、その中で波長の短い光から順に水に吸収されてしまい、残った色が青である。というのが、海が青く見える原理です。
It also helps that the sun produces more blue light than any other part of the spectrum. Right, I think they taught us this in science class.
この付近は石灰岩を地質に多く含んでいるため白みがかっており、それが太陽光の反射率を高め、ことさら青く見えるということです。
It's one of the miracles of nature. And the thing is, like, I bet you this is based in real places, because I'm pretty sure I've heard of things like this place. Man, when you put it like that, it sounds so simple. But if it were really that easy, you could just put up something white walls around your swimming pool and get pretty much the same effect. But I can almost assure you it would never be nearly as emotionally moving to recreate something like this artificially. Well, yeah, part of what is moving, I think, is the fact that, like, part of you realizes that it's just nature. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity. Have you ever watched, like, a documentary about going up in space? My dream, my ultimate bucket list, like top tier S-class bucket list item, is to go up into orbit. I don't care if it's only for like a few seconds. To have the weightless feeling, to leave the Earth behind, and to see the Earth as it is, like the sphere of rock that we live on. Because the closest I've come has been like high definition 4K video of astronauts doing spacewalks. And even that took my breath away. Makes me want to weep with joy and the smallness that I am and the beauty of our home. And I think you can experience that in real places in the world like this, because there are real places like this, places where the serendipity of nature has come together in the most beautiful ways that are like, they defy explanation. And it might be the source of why people believe in gods. Because sometimes if something is too amazing to feel like it could be a coincidence. Even though there's perfectly great explanations to how it could have happened naturally, and has happened naturally, there's a part of it that makes you just want to believe that somebody had to have made it. But at the same time, if someone were to make it, it would not be the same. Which is really interesting.
こうした原理によって海が青く光る場所としては、イタリアはカプリ島にある青の洞窟が世界的に有名ですが、
I think that's the one I've heard of. I think that's real. Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that one.
こことの最大の違いは、やはり何と申しましても、この星空でございましょう。
Okay, that makes all the difference. Yeah, this is just breathtaking. The intense blue of the water is more than enough to touch your heart, but then you look up and it's even more beautiful. The way the light reflects off the stalactites in such a way that it looks like a starry sky makes this place truly one of a kind.
石灰質を含む地形が生み出す芸術には鍾乳洞がございますが、
Uh-huh. Come to think of it, there was another limestone cave nearby the hot springs we stayed at.
ここはそれら2つの芸術が手を取り合って生み出した至宝と申せましょう。
Yeah, it's definitely a treasure, alright.
自然とは偉大です。
She is. You can say that again.
ほんの少し浸食の度合いが異なればこうはなっていなかったと思うのです。
Definitely not.
そして今から数十年、数百年後にはまた形を変えていることでしょう。
In the scope of like the history of the planet, this phenomena, if this exists, and the phenomena that do exist are like this, are effectively miracles of time. Because in the scale of like geological stuff, limestone caves and cave formations come and go in the snap of a finger. For when it comes to like I mean, think about it. One rough earthquake here, probably gone. Like, there's so much that could make this go away. Like, that's why these things do need to be preserved and protected, because they're worth treasuring. Like, and like, this is fictional, but there are real places that are as magnificent as this.
それがさらにこの手法に磨きをかけるのか、この世界から姿を消しているのか、それはわかりませんけれど。
Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's just that's just nature for you. Everything happens by chance, and nothing lasts forever.
はい。タケル様の存在も。
Kind of want to make this like my background on my computer. Huh?
私にとっては。
Hey, come on. Don't leave me hanging like that. Finish your thought.
ほんの少し何かが変わるだけで、私とタケル様は全く赤の他人である可能性もあったのです。
Again, that's that fourth wall shattering, but she's really right. Like, even in Alternative, we barely met Yuuhi. Guess so, huh?
私はタケル様と今こうして手を取り合っておりますが。
Yeah. I think I get the gist of what Yui's trying to say. But will she be able to put it into words? And what if she does? How am I going to respond to that? Man, what am I stressing out over? What reason do I have to worry about that?
タケル様、そろそろ水から上がりませんか？
I don't know. Can we not? Huh?
いくらタケル様が時間を忘れても、体は正直です。あまり長く水に浸かっていてはよろしくありません。
Let me prune up. Oh, well, okay, I guess.
ご安心ください。ここから帰ろうとは申しません。
Huh? Oh! You can read me like a book, can't you?
もちろんですわ。もう少し奥に岩の平坦な空間があるのです。少しそこで休みましょう。
Sounds good to me. Oh, wow, even this spot looks man. No matter where you are in this cave, it doesn't fail to impress.
はい。本質的な美しさがそこにあるからですね。
Right, that's a good way of putting it. As in, it's beautiful no matter where you are. A slight change in perspective can't take away from that. Especially when, man, how do I put this? Nowadays, it feels like nothing is sacred. Places that were once beautiful and pure get milked as tourist traps until they lose that essence of beauty. Ugh, don't do this to me. I know that preservation groups and whatnots have been trying really hard to get society to re-embrace the natural beauty in things, but I really don't think it's going to be that simple. Man, it feels like nothing's been truly sacred to our society for decades or even centuries. If we want to flip that notion on its head, it's going to take a long time. To be completely honest, the thought of our entire society doing a complete 180 overnight kind of scares me. And yet, I know we should be making more of an effort to appreciate and preserve this sort of thing. I can't stand here in the face of all this beauty and say we shouldn't. Which I realize only makes me sound even more petty for being afraid of a little change, like I'm part of the problem, and I just don't want to admit it. And who can say whether I'd actually be able to be that hard to adjust or not? There's no way of knowing. I mean, I've given up almost all of my meat consumption. It kind of happened by happenstance, but it was definitely not as hard as I thought it would be. It wouldn't be as hard as you think it would be, especially with a lot of like you would probably, if you haven't tried them yet, the plant-based proteins, like the plant-based like meat, is shockingly, it's a fantastic replacer. Like, you'd barely tell if you can tell at all. It's just a good example of like, it's probably not as hard to change as we'd like to think it is. Recycling, phasing out dependency on oil, cleaning up the oceans, preserving things like coral reefs and other natural wonders. I think we make it harder because we assume it'll be harder. And too many of us tend to be selfish. The world can be a better place, and we're getting better, and I think we can be even better than we are now. But imagine if, for the sake of argument, everyone in the world, or even just everyone in Japan, had a chance to see this place. Maybe that alone would be enough to make people appreciate the essence of natural beauty again, just like that. But then, how do you preserve it so they don't mess it up when they come here? Granted, I don't know if that would make the world any objectively better a place as a result, and I know it's naive to think such a single emotional experience could cause every single person in the country to change their ways. But I feel like it at least starts some sort of change within them. This place has the power to do that to people. I mean, just look what it did to me. A gentle light trickling in, the soft sound of waves, and the cool temperature. It's also soothing, and yet there's an unfathomable strength to be found here. Heck, even made Yuuhi get all existential a minute ago, come to think of it. I'm not sure whether she'd been holding that in this whole time, or whether she just came to her in spur of the moment, but either way, it was a really powerful analogy. And you know what? I just thought of a little analogy myself. I feel like this cave, and I know I might just be projecting here, but that sort of gentle strength I was just describing is something that Yuuhi possesses as well. And so it would only follow that she has the power to change people too, just like this cave. If Yuuhi wants something badly enough, regardless of whether or not it was the right thing to do, I'm sure she could convince people to help her work towards that goal, even want it for themselves. There's no doubt in my mind. After all, she's the girl that may very well carry the entire Mitsurugi Empire on her shoulders one day. I guess that's just kind of charisma it takes to be a leader, huh? Oh, you, but... Oh, I was just having a total epiphany. One so deep even you'd be impressed. It's a secret. Though I might be convinced to let you in on it if you tell me what you've been thinking about. She'd been gazing out at the water this whole time, clearly ruminating over something. I can't help but wonder what. About what? Yes, Takeru, we're in sync now. That's some dangerous lines of thinking. Fetch. Huh? Oh, no, I just... I was just, marveling at how charismatic you are, I guess. God, sounds so lame! Well, remember a few minutes ago when you were talking about how this place is like a work of art, woven from two of nature's finest tapestries? And after that, you made a point about how ephemeral nature can be, and then used that as an analogy for our lives. Well, I was doing the same kind of thing in my head just now. I was thinking about how this place has the power to both soothe and invigorate people, and how that's the same sort of impression I get from you, Yuuhi. This place makes me think about the things I wouldn't normally think about. It makes me feel like I have the power to accomplish something. And I think that when you have the power to do that to people, you have the power to do that to people too, which makes sense, of course. You might have to lead a corporate empire someday after all. And then I realized that that sort of gentle strength is what people are usually referring to when they say someone has charisma. That's all.
そうですか。ありがたいお言葉です。
Mm-hmm. Yuuhi?
ですが、タケル様、
How so?
私はタケル様の前ではただの女なのですよ。
Alright, you two, look away, please.
いえ、まだそうでありたいと願っているに過ぎないのですが、
Oh boy.
先日の山小屋での一件、タケル様は熱に浮かされ、記憶が曖昧だと思いますが、
Oh boy. I mean, my memories are definitely a little hazy there, don't get me wrong, but I definitely remember some of what ended up happening in that cabin. I don't think I could ever forget that.
あの時、私は不謹慎ながらその願いが叶うことを期待していたのです。
Wow. Oh man, Takeru. Oh man.
タケル様、
Yeah.
私が今同じ期待を抱いていると聞いたら軽蔑なさいますか？
No, of course not.
本当ですか？
Totally sure. Like, come on, who do you think I am? Pope? How am I supposed to say no? I don't have the mental capacity to think think about repercussions when you're presenting yourself to me on a silver platter like this. She's dead serious, dude. I mean, not that I didn't know that from the start, but I guess I just didn't expect her to be so forward in her advances.
私はいつでも覚悟できておりますが。
Oh my gosh. I guess there's no escaping from it now, is there? I mean, not that I was planning on running away, or was I? I'm really sure I wouldn't have turned her down. Am I really sure I wouldn't have turned her down? Would Yuuhi be acting this way if she wasn't afraid of me saying no? I mean, to be fair, I kind of have been stringing her along and putting this off over and over due to my general fear of commitment. Very pragmatic of you. But now she's got me by the balls. Figurative and possibly literally. Okay, I guess I know it makes it sound like a little bit like sexual assault, but she really does. She brought me out to the secluded location, showed me this utterly spellbinding scenery, and now she's got me right where she wants me. Do I have any other option at this point? Of course not, right? No, of course you do! But why would you want to make another choice, Takeru? And I can already guess what she's gonna say next. Yeah, come on, Yuuhi. At least make it sound like you've got a say in the matter. If you don't at least give me that much agency here, I think I'm gonna have to turn you down on principle. I'm pretty sure you'll come through.
お決めになるのはタケル様です。
And she scores! Alright. Yep, called it. No going back now. Not about to ask her if she really means it like a total clod. Yuuhi.
はい、タケル様。
No one can find us here. If someone does, I will literally flip this table. Allow me to grant your wish.
本当によろしいので。
Yes. Of course I am. Don't make me say it twice.
申し訳ありません。
Yuuhi. Oh boy. Look away, YouTube. Look away. I knew it! Fetch! Dang it! Dang it! It was the machine the whole time. Oh, I knew it. Called it early on. It makes so much sense. And even then, like, when it was going down, like, I knew it was probably true, but, like, gosh darn it, I want that to be real. Hang on, though. If the machine can predict the next 24 hours, can we make that happen? Please let me say that could be true. But I think we're going to end it here. I'm not letting go of that feeling and what was going on. because that literally was one of the most amazingly romantic scenes like I think I've ever read in a visual novel, possibly in anything. It was so good. And like, I don't know if other paths, like romantic, like if you get put in this and you have a romantic encounter virtually with any person, or if it's just select people, but I feel like that was like written for me. Like, it's weird to say that, but it really feels like that. Like, that would be like literally one of the most amazing experiences I could ever dream of at all. And it's also grounded in reality. It's not some super dream, you know, like there are places in the world that are that beautiful. And to imagine myself being there with the one I love, just us, and experiencing such epiphanies and powerful moments and just sharing a genuine joy of each other and the location. Fetch, man, it's beautiful. That's like, it's like like I wasn't kidding. Like, I wasn't bawling, but it was that emotional for me. I was literally crying. It was just minor. It wasn't weeping, obviously. It was very joyful. But like, I think one of the reasons I love visual novels so much, I've said this before, I've always really, really, really had a good sense of empathy. Like, I genuinely I easily put myself in other people's shoes. And when it comes to fiction, when it's written well, presented with good visuals, and especially with good music, I can do that so vividly. And that's why visual novels are such a big thing for me. Because I really feel like I can be immersed in the story in ways that other things just can't. Other games, books, just they can't come close. And so for me, that was absolutely a fabrication. But part of me feels like I was in that cave and imagining what it would be like to see. And it's genuinely that beautiful. It's so beautiful that even if it's fake, I feel like I was able to have that experience in a way, like genuinely, like really in my heart of hearts. Like, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. And a lot of people would probably say it's silly, but I'm never going to apologize for that. Not really. Because as cringy as it might be, I kind of got to live that just now. Do you know how wonderful it is to be able to do that? To be able to escape into part of my own mind where I can actually feel like that was me in that cave. I'm very happy that I get to read these amazing stories. And that I get to share it because I don't have to keep this all to myself. I get to tell you. And I'm glad that you care enough that you're actually here listening to this. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. This has been a long journey, and we're not even close to being done with Muv-Luv yet. But this might be one of my favorites. If I could request an episode get really, really, really popular and like have a lot of views, it'd be this one. I don't know what else I can say. Other than the fact that I kind of want to go to sleep now and hope that I can have a dream half as good as what that was. That was phenomenal. Thank you to whoever wrote this. I don't know if you'll ever see this. But you're amazing. I don't know if the world deserves you. And the world deserves to watch this, to play this game, Dan. Why can't everyone play it? You know how you're saying, like, what if everyone could come into this cave and experience what I just experienced? Would it make us all better people? I wonder that about the Muv-Luv story sometime. If everyone read, like, through Muv-Luv as part of, like, a school curriculum, you know? Could it change people, too? I feel like it changed me. That's a lot to ask for. I don't think it could ever happen, but man. Genuinely so happy right now. Anyway, it's been a long episode. It's been a long outro. Big thank you to the patrons. You guys are literally helping me make this channel what it is and improve upon it. I'm very grateful, especially right now. You have no idea how much it means to me that you want me to keep being able to share these experiences with you. Because, holy crap, it's amazing. I'm very, very grateful for this. Thank you so much for everything you've been doing and supporting. Thank you to all of you who are here, and I hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did, if not more, because it was wonderful. But we have to say goodbye for now, until next week. So, until the next video, watch with me, I perceive you next. I'll see you there.